Welcome to the Sanger Leadership Center info session. We're really glad that you're here. I'd love to get a sense of who's in the room before we begin. How many of you are an undergraduate student? All right, welcome. How many of you are an MBA student? Beautiful. How many of you are a one-year master's student? Wonderful. How many of you are weekend MBA? Okay, thank you for being here. Online MBA? Probably a little bit fewer. Executive MBA? Wonderful. How many of you are joining us from outside the Ross School of Business? Beautiful, thank you. Who did I miss? Good? All right, well, we are really excited that you're here and finding ways to engage with the Sanger Leadership Center throughout the year. What I'd like to do first is I'm going to showcase our Sanger Leadership Center video to give you a sense of what it is that we do at the very highest level, and then we'll go ahead and jump in to the rest of today's content.
The University of Michigan is home to the leaders and best, and the Sanger Leadership Center is helping to forge the way. Located at the Stephen M. Ross School of Business, our center believes that leadership is a set of skills anyone can learn. We aim to provide students, alumni, external partners with the bold ideas, transformative experiences, and inclusive communities needed to accelerate their leadership development. With more than 50 years of research behind everything we do, the Michigan Model of Leadership and other research-based tools help our learners reflect on their skills and abilities, lead with their values at the forefront, and understand that their capabilities will continue to grow throughout their time at the University of Michigan and beyond. The Sanger Leadership Center offers a wide variety of opportunities, programs, courses, and tools that lie at the intersection of academia, extracurriculars, strategic partnerships, and industry. Some opportunities are opt-in, while others are built into the curriculum. For example, the Michigan Ross students participate in the Collaboration Lab throughout their first year. This program helps build essential team collaboration skills that set students up for success during their core courses and their multidisciplinary action projects, or MAP. Our high-quality opt-in programs like the Leadership Crisis Challenge, Story Lab, and the Ross Leaders Academy are open to all Michigan students. However, you don't need to be a student to benefit from many of our offerings. Anyone looking to develop their leadership skills can embark on the Sanger Leadership Journey, a self-directed, 5-step framework that accelerates leadership development by experimenting with new behaviors. Furthermore, the Sanger Research Lab, comprised of scholars from across the University of Michigan, acts as a key hub for the creation and dissemination of innovative leadership research. At Sanger, we prove every day that leaders are made, not born. Interested in getting involved with us? Visit our website to find out how you can get involved. Whatever your personal or professional goals may be, our team at the Sanger Leadership Center looks forward to helping you develop the leadership skills that will help you change the world for the better.
Good. Hopefully that gave you a bit of an overview as to what we do at the highest level. Over the course of the next 20 minutes or so, my team and I are going to give you an introduction into the Sanger Leadership Center to hear about all of our programs and offerings. And then at about 5 o'clock for the next half hour or so, we will find, you see there's tables in the back, you'll be able to engage that half of the room where you will hear from our staff, our student ambassadors, to give you a sense of what is the program or experience actually like to hear it firsthand. So I'd love to start with just a little bit of who we are and what we do. At the highest level, our mission is to accelerate leader development through bold ideas, transformative experiences, and inclusive communities. We use the word accelerate very intentionally. Many of you have got a variety of leadership experiences already, and we want to accelerate where you're at now and where you want to be. Now that's going to look very different to each of you, and we want to make sure that we meet you where you're at. Bold Ideas, we've got a research lab that's comprised of faculty, PhD students, developing early stage ideas and across the field of leadership education and leadership research. Those ideas we bring into our transformative programs or experiences that you all will engage with soon to create those inclusive communities that we have you all be a part of. So we look forward to engaging with you in our mission and to the work that we do. I want to talk through a leadership progression. Now, many students, if you're a Ross student, your introduction to the Sanger Leadership Center is often at orientation, or what we call the Collaboration Lab. Collaboration Lab happens at orientation, but also happens during MAP or your consulting studio. During Collaboration Lab, we're providing you with the skills in which you'll be able to lead effective teams, build high trust, engage in team dynamic conversations to really be thoughtful of how do I build my foundation as a leader? Who do I need to be? And what are my goals as to how I'll be engaging? From there, you'll really be able to explore your options around the Michigan model of leadership, which is really crucial and foundational to everything that we do. We've got a variety of programs that are built around different skills that we'll showcase in a moment that give you a sense of how to engage. From there, if you're a Michigan Ross student, you'll be able to integrate your journey by participating in what we call the Michigan Ross Leader Endorsement. And I'll let my colleagues talk a little bit about this in just a moment, but essentially what that is a variety of programs, electives, and skill sets in which you'll gain, drawing on a variety of experiments in that which you will run to help you be thoughtful about how these experiences will showcase your ability in a job, to be thoughtful about how to use the skills that you're gaining in the context of your career. Now, if you want to go the deepest, we've got a really great opportunity for juniors, seniors, and graduate students called our Ross Leaders Academy. And this is our deepest level of engagement. Our application is open now, so we'll talk about that, and you'll be able to hear from students. So this is a leadership progression, this opportunity to showcase how you'll be engaged with the center. How we do it through the Michigan model of leadership. How many of you are familiar with the Michigan model? Okay, I see lots of hands. Really, this is really core and foundational to everything that we do at the center. It builds on two fundamental tensions that exist across organizations, teams that you're a part of. Our ability to collaborate and work with people is often at tension with our ability to drive results. And providing structure in an organization is often at tension with our ability to innovate. And so every single program that you engage with operates often at three levels: leading self and others, leading teams, and leading organizations. As my colleagues walk through today the variety of programs in which we have for you, pay attention to the kinds of skills in which you're gaining. Is that the self level? Is that the team level? Is that the organization level? As you design your leadership development plan, we really want to be intentional with you to be thoughtful about what are the kinds of skills and things that you'll be wanting to learn as it relates to your career. Okay? And we map on those skills as it relates to our programs. So we're happy to walk through all of that. But we're going to dive in and walk through all of our programs. So I'm going to pass it over to my colleague who's going to talk to you more about the Leadership Crisis Challenge.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rafa, and I work with Sanger. So I'll be kicking us off with Crisis Challenge. So the Crisis Challenge is a 24 hours business simulation split it into 2 days. On the first day, here at Ross in the complex, you'll be joining a team where you work towards solutions and strategies towards a crisis. Of course, there will be some curveballs thrown at you to put you on your toes. On the second day, we all go to Michigan Stadium, and we will be joined by Michigan Ross alums who are occupying important leadership positions across the United States, who fly in to lend their ears, and you will present your strategy to them serving as a board of directors. And you have a chance to be put on the spot. They will ask you questions, and there will also be a communication coach sitting in your room who will then give you some feedback afterwards. And you also have a chance to do a little bit of debrief with the board of directors at some time. And then you say, is that it for LCC? Or is not? So teams move to the final round towards the end of the day. So imagine you in front of your peers and a Michigan alum and a role full of real journalists where you present your where you defend your strategy and your solutions, and then just fires. The journalists will ask questions you on the spot to make you think on your feet. Throughout the day on Friday, there's also an event called the LIA, the Leadership in Action, which gives you an opportunity to speak with those alums and really have a down-to-earth conversation about their experiences and having that networking experiences. And if you're feeling, you also have the ability to go on the locker, the football locker room, and also throw and kick some footballs around. But we all know that January is a pretty cold month in Michigan. And I'll pass to my colleague.
All right, thank you, Hafa. Hi, my name is Susie Skirdick. I'm a program specialist here at Sanger, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about two of our programs, Story Lab and then Legacy Lab. So Story Lab is our first program that you can get involved with at Sanger this year. It'll be happening actually in 2 weeks on September 25th and 26th. And it's open to all UM students. The format of it on September 25th and on September 26th will offer a retreat. And at that retreat, you'll learn about the art of story development and story delivery. You'll also learn how storytelling can be used to influence and inspire as a leader. And so after that retreat, if you choose to apply to share your story at a showcase or on a podcast, you can do so, and we give you some further steps on how to apply to that at the showcase. There's also opportunity to receive one-on-one coaching with Wolf and Heron, who are our co-facilitators. They professionally run influential storytelling workshops, and we're really lucky to work with them. We also offer this again in the winter. There is a virtual option in the winter. However, both of the retreats this semester are in person. Oh, and I meant to also mention that registration is open now. So if this is of interest to you, there's a QR code up on the screen, and then I'll also have more information in the back for you. Legacy Lab is our workshop that's all about self-leadership skills. So exploring your values, exploring your purpose, and identifying what type of legacy you want to leave behind as both a person and a leader. Legacy Lab is offered both in the winter semester and this semester in the fall. It is comprised of 2 workshops that happen on 2 consecutive Mondays, except for one of the workshops in the winter is offered back-to-back. So it's a 4-hour stretch of the workshops talking through the content. And new this year is group coaching. And so after the workshops, you can opt in to participate in group coaching session to debrief your learning and talk a little bit more about how you can apply those values and purpose that you identified in Legacy Lab. That is going to be open for registration on October 6th, and those sessions this semester will happen October 27th and November 3rd. All right. Next, we're going to tell you a little bit about leadership dialogues.
Thanks, Susie. My name is Brooke Johnson. I'm the program lead for Leadership Dialogues. Leadership Dialogues is a unique experience where we bring in esteemed Ross alums or other C-suite execs from across the world, and they come and have a fireside chat with one of our faculty here at Michigan Ross. And the topic changes every time. So we've had topics in the past coordinated with leadership development and mental health. How do those go together? Or how does leading in crisis kind of play along with the CEO that led Outback Steakhouse during the pandemic? So a lot of different topics and a great opportunity for you to participate in the audience. We also offer a private reception before this that you can apply to meet the person that is a part of the chat. You're able to network with them and do a quick Q&A. And then we always have a public reception afterwards where you're able to network with everybody else and enjoy some food. This semester, we have Tiffany Boyd coming to Ross. Tiffany Boyd is the Chief People Officer of McDonald's. And so we're really excited to have her. She's also a Sanger Advisory Board member. And so we're excited to have her expertise. Feel free to scan that QR code to learn more, and registration will open in the next month.
All right, thank you, Brooke. Hi, my name is Michelle Austin. I serve as Director of Programming at the Sanger Leadership Center. I'm going to tell you about a couple of our programs. So first, we have Leading Inclusive Teams. This is a program that is offered in partnership with 2 of our faculty members, Aparna Joshi and Lindy Greer, who are researchers and experts in the field of inclusive leadership and talent development and DE&I. To get involved in Leading Inclusive Teams, which is part of our leadership micro-credential, which I'll tell you about in just a few minutes, you will need to sign up in Winter A if you are a graduate student for Aparna's course. She also is going to try to offer her undergraduate course in Winter A as well. Last year we were unable to run it due to enrollment, but this year hoping to run that again. So look out for those courses and sign up, especially if you're interested in the leader endorsement, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Further, if you don't have the space in your schedule to sign up, but you still are interested in getting this really important content and participating in the leader endorsement, you can take our Coursera, which is free to all U of M students. And you can access a really powerful module that Lindy Greer has built with all of the skills in it. If you need to chat with me more, I'll be back at the table to talk about LIT. Our next program is the Michigan Ross Leader Endorsement. And this is our leadership micro-credential, which you might have heard a little bit about during orientation if you were in one of our Ross sessions. We built this program because we noticed students were doing a lot of our programming, all of the ones that I just showed you, that we just showed you on the slides, the Leadership Crisis Challenge, the Story Lab, and there was this need for sense making. So I've done all of the leadership activities at Ross. Now what? What do I tell somebody who I'm looking for a job from? What do I tell someone in that first job that I've built all of these skills? So the leader endorsement, what it will do is after you participate in those programs and during, you will join a Canvas module where you'll be able to be reflecting in real time about your experiences. And in doing so, again, reinforce those skills that you've built throughout. It will also enable you to get some leadership coaching at the end of your journey. So some group coaching with other peers about the experiences that you've went through. The requirements for the program look a little bit different depending on what type of student you are, but in general, it's about 65 hours of content, we say, which sounds like a lot, right? But some of that is coursework that, you'll have choices to take electives while you're here. We ask that you take a leadership elective. We ask that you take leading inclusive teams, and that builds into that 65 hours. So to apply for this, the applications are rolling, and the really cool part about, we call it MRLE, is that if you sign up and you start progressing toward it and you don't get there, that's okay. Like, we're not going to be mad. You'll just be in the Canvas module. So signing up just means you're in the Canvas module, you're pursuing this, you hope you get there. We will be with you along the way. But again, it's no pressure, but it is something that if you are already here, I know that you're really interested in leadership, and I think this could be a really great thing for you. So feel free to talk to me and some of our student ambassadors in the back about the Michigan Ross Leader Endorsement today. One quick note about this is that next, Nick is going to be talking to you about the Ross Leaders Academy, which I know a lot of you are interested in. Starting next year, so not this year, we will be asking all Ross Leaders Academy applicants to be enrolled in the leadership micro-credential. So just something to consider. If you're thinking like RLA is in your future, start on the micro-credential and you can talk to me more about what that entails. Thank you.
Well, RLA should be in your future because that's what I'll be talking about next. Hi, everyone. My name is Nick Viviano. I'm a program manager here at the Sanger Leadership Center, and I lead Ross Leaders Academy. RLA, Ross Leaders Academy, is a community composed of juniors, seniors, and graduate students from not only here at Ross, but across the university. As an RLA fellow, you'll be doing a deep dive into the leadership research about what truly makes an effective leader. You'll be engaging in reflective and collaborative activities during live in-person sessions, and you'll be able to participate in group and one-on-one coaching with leadership coaches who will personalize and activate the content from those live in-person sessions. The application for RLA is open now and closes tomorrow. So if you are interested in RLA or have questions about it, there are past RLA alums who can answer questions and apply by tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. All right. So just to wrap this up here, I have a couple more things to mention. So Jeff had mentioned at the start that Sanger isn't just these co-curricular programs, which are really great. We also are integrated at Ross throughout your academic journey. So where you're going to find Sanger, we're going to find the Michigan Model of Leadership, is in a lot of the core courses here and throughout. So I want to talk in particular about one course, which is going to be in the Winter B, is that correct? Winter A, which is our leadership coaching course. So Jeff leads our leadership coaching course, which is open to MBA students who have completed MAP to be MBA 2 coaches. So we believe at Sanger that leadership is learned by doing, and this is a really great opportunity to do so. So if this is something that you want to grow skills in, we believe that, most leaders, most managers need some coaching skills. Like that's what it's all about, is growing people, right? This is a great consideration to sign up for. The QR code will also give you a great list of other courses that have a leadership focus taught by our management and organizations faculty. So how do you get involved in all this is a question we often get asked. So you will be able to watch for your emails. You'll receive emails from the Sanger Leadership Center regularly when our program registrations open. So that's one really easy way to get signed up. If you prefer, you could also just go to our website. You can follow us on social media. We are pretty active in the research space with our faculty, and we are always trying to highlight some of the newest research articles and tips that they're posting. So if you follow us on LinkedIn, you'll get a lot of that content, which I think is really fabulous. Okay, so what the next step is we're just going to ask you all to head to the back in just a moment. Our team will head over to the tables. There are snacks back there, but more importantly, we just want to meet you and we want to answer all of your questions about our programming. So thanks for being here today.